Are you looking for a show that has everything? A show that is full of fun? A show that is full of energy? Well, look no more, because AUDRA'S Corner is here for you. Yes, AUDRA'S Corner is a platform where we give people to tell their stories and share with us their ideas, which you will be interested in knowing. In my corner, I discuss everything: sport, entertainment, innovation, entrepreneurship, and a lot more. So join me this Friday and every other Friday on YouTube at exactly 7 p.m. You missing, you miss out. Yeah, it's the AUDRA'S Corner Talk Show. Hey, good evening. Well, Fridays are for parties and Fridays are for relaxation. Fridays are for smiling, so that's why you see I'm smiling, because I always smile, especially when it comes to AUDRA'S Corner. No sorry no day, because AUDRA'S Corner and I get the juice. AUDRA'S Corner is the real deal, and inside AUDRA'S Corner all team day. Well, this is where I welcome you to another episode of the AUDRA'S Corner Talk Show this beautiful Friday evening. And we are at Pearl Hotel, the place to be. And my camera operators, Limelight Studio is just the real deal. Book it with Limelight Studio and trust me, believe me, you won't regret it. When it comes to professional photo shoots, event coverage, wedding, naming ceremony, and everything you think about when it comes to photo shoot, Limelight Studio got you covered. Well, today on AUDRA'S Corner, I have a very handsome young man. I'm not sugarcoating, but he's cute. And ladies, get your eyes off him, please. He's Hamza Koroma. Hamza is the author of 2 famous Sierra Leonean books, and this book has been read in Sierra Leone and out of Sierra Leone. The one is A Letter to My Ancestors, which is yet to be published, yet to be published. And we have Alternative Development. Hamza, welcome to AUDRA'S Corner.
Welcome. Thank you, AUDRA.
Yes, I just told my ladies to get their eyes off you, please, for security reasons.
That won't be a problem.
Yes, I know why they say you can't make corner and something happened, but thank you so much for coming. It's an honor to have you here. And on behalf of myself and my team, we really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Apart from the fact that Hamza is normally I ask my guests this because, yes, I did my investigation, but we'll come to that later. Tell me, beyond you being the author of these 2 books, who's Hamza?
Well, Hamza is an idealist that was born in Sierra Leone, and then Hamza started his career just after his college. I am actually the son of teachers. Both of my parents are teachers. They have actually taught in the Gambia for over 40 years now, and they've served the Gambia for a very long time. But they came back in Sierra Leone during the war, and that was the time I was born in Sierra Leone. But later we went back to the Gambia because of the war. So I was raised in the Gambia. I attended school in the Gambia, and I can even speak the Wolof language. Of course, I am a twin.
Wow.
I have an elder brother and 2 other sisters, and a younger one as well. So I try to speak the Arabic language a little bit, of course, and then I'm so passionate about development. That's why most of my books are tailored towards development. So in short, I can say I'm not a feminist though, but I still somehow actually sympathize with their ideas and their values as well. So that's the short thing I can say about myself. Okay,
so you made mention of the fact that you studied in Gambia. So what was it like studying in Gambia? Compare the Gambia educational system for me and the Sierra Leone educational system for you, according to you.
Well, according to my own view, Gambia and Sierra Leone, there's not much different. But what actually get me astonished is the fact that we have students in the Gambia, Sierra Leonean students in the Gambia, that are doing extremely well. In fact, they are the people that are topping all these classes. And then we have about 60% of teachers in the Gambia are foreigners, and in that 60%, let me just say more than 50% are Sierra Leoneans. So the educational system in the Gambia is booming, it's going actually good, but not for the college, because the college, they have a virgin college like the University of the Gambia, which was established I think in 2007. But the educational system, when it comes to the basic education, is very, very good, and they've been doing extremely well when it comes to the WAS and the WAEC. But for Sierra Leone, I can say that it's the other way around. We've seen so many vices in the schools. Okay, it's not that the students are not trying, but we're saying that if Sierra Leone can do what Gambia is doing, for example, they put more preference on the teachers and create better opportunities for them, then we can see a slight change in the educational system in Sierra Leone. But to be honest, to crown it all, Sierra Leoneans are very brilliant. That's what I can say. Okay,
Sierra Leoneans are very brilliant, and that takes me to the Hamza for Sierra Leone page. You have a Facebook page there, yes, right? And it's a platform where you profile people, you do writing about people, celebrate people. You had the just concluded June celebration. Tell me a little bit about the June celebration.
Well, June celebration is an open platform for everyone that is doing extremely well. It features not only youth, but Sierra Leoneans that are doing extremely well, both home and abroad. I featured about 54 Sierra Leoneans actually that are doing great when it comes to activities, when it comes to sport, when it comes to entertainment, and even, but I most time refrain from politics, because most time people do become very sentimental when it comes to politics. So I featured about 54 Sierra Leoneans, and most of them were female, and I did that in order for Sierra Leoneans to recognize the good works other Sierra Leoneans are doing. You know, most times people become very frustrated, and then when they're doing something, you end up thinking that they're doing nothing. So June celebration sets a platform for people that are doing extremely well to be celebrated, not when they're dead, but when they're alive, so we can recognize the good works of them. So in conclusion, June celebration is also going to feature a magazine where I'm going to feature them, and then we're going to create a show where we're actually going to do a small launching for them and have a talk, one-on-one talk, and then see how best they can take their ideas down to communities and spread the word out, so at least they can influence not only the people around them, but people everywhere that are viewing the show.
Did you have strategies in selecting these Sierra Leoneans you did profiling for, or you just selected randomly?
Well, there was actually a strategy, just like I said. You do not have to be politically, let me say, like politically, how could I say, like, you don't have to be too political, let me just put it that way. Okay. Because sometimes you can be doing something great, but at the same time you're too political, and that actually undermines what you're doing. So one of the characteristics is that you do not have to be too political, and you have to be representing the people in whatever you do, and then you need to be neutral when you're articulating your issues or when you're doing your work, and then the people around you need to be satisfied with what you're doing. Those are the criteria for you to get into the magazine. But not, I didn't actually choose randomly. I just had to set a criteria so everyone can get an opportunity.
Okay, the book Alternative Development, The Pathway to Success and Selling, a brilliant one. Tell me about this.
Well, Alternative Development is about 153 pages. I think that's the old version. So the second version is about 253 pages because I had to change the font size. The book actually culturally sensitively looks at the grassroots people. It looks at how the government is doing things as opposed to how they should be doing things. For example, we're in the 21st century, and then we're in a liberal society wherein a lot of African, or let me be precise, third world countries actually focus on increasing the GDP rather than looking at the cultural sensitive needs of the people. Like, for example, most of the time we've been focusing on what? Increasing the GDP, trying to create a better platform for ourselves in the international community, you understand that? And forgetting the fact that there are basic things that we need to settle. For example, basic things like we need to have facilities like water, electricity. You know, we need to have opportunities. Young people need to be out there, they need to be employed. We need to have a platform wherein we can empower people so they can fend for themselves. Now that's what the book is talking about, and it touches about 13 sectors if you read the book, you actually realize that I started with corruption in alternative development, because when tackling alternative development, the first thing you need to tackle is corruption. And how can you tackle corruption? Is when you actually strengthen the institutions, and then you set up an inquiry system that is just, and then you also set up a people's commission wherein people will actually look through it and then give their say. Because when you're talking about democracy, you know, we are talking about inclusion and how you can actually incorporate everyone inside so we can have a say. So alternative development looks at development in another way. Just like I said, orthodox development is a type of development that centrally looks at development just on a point of GDP, on a point of economic growth in the international scheme. While alternative development says that no, we need to look at development from the grassroots perspective. We need to empower the grassroots perspective. This is a top-down approach wherein we assist the people that are struggling at the bottom so we can have a middle-class society where everyone could thrive and we can all live in harmony. That's what the book talks about.
Okay, so what's the feedback of people with regards to this book so far?
Well, for those that have read the book, actually, I've been receiving positive feedback and some negative as well.
Okay.
Like some actually said that the book makes sense a lot because of it does not only point out to corruption, it points out to different aspects like politics, entertainment, education, tourism, and all other aspects that are affecting the youth, including the illegal migration that is that happened 2 years ago and is still happening. It's just for the coronavirus. So some actually gave their testimonies and said that the book is a great literature for youth, and then if at all the government could follow the teachings of the book, then youth would not lack for anything. But some are actually saying that the book was politically motivated because there are some issues that I didn't talk about. They want me to talk about it, but I didn't talk about. But in reality, I did talk about them because I talked about the mental issue and health of youth, and I also talked about. I also created ways how you can solve the mental health issue, because I think let me just say Emerson talked about that, right? And we just celebrated the mental health day, and we saw how devastating it is for youth in Sierra Leone, how people are suffering from their from mental depression. And the book actually created a way in which youth can follow, and then we can see how best we can work with our mental health.
Okay, so the Hamza for Sierra Leone, like I said earlier on, has been doing very good. I must commend. This is what we need as young people. We need ideas, we need creativity to see how best we can reach out to colleagues and impact society in our own little way. So where did the idea of having the Hamza for Sierra Leone page came about? I know something, you don't just think about something and do it. You must have had ideas, inspiration or motivation to do it. So where did it came from?
Well, the Hamza for Sierra Leone, it's not a new page though.
Okay.
It started in 2017. And but it was very dormant. I didn't actually look at it, and I was just posting about myself and what I was doing around my community. But Hamza for Sierra Leone, actually, as the name stands, you know that I stand for Sierra Leone, whatever it is. I don't base my judgments on political grounds, but I base my judgments on the people's voice. Like, for example, there's so many things going out there, and then if you are to take a side, you'll be victimized, or let me say you'll be painted. Okay, so Hamza for SL stands as someone neutral, someone who serves as a voice for the people, someone who actually thinks that the people can look to for information, and not only for information, but people can also look to for guidance when it comes to youth activities. So Hamza for SL it's more than a name, it's a belief. That's what I can say. It's a belief. And I think if everyone can have this idea, like even AUDRA for SL, you know, you have this idea in you, then definitely I think whatever you're doing in the name of Sierra Leone. And if each and every one of us have this kind of perception in us, Sierra Leone could be a better place. Okay,
in everything you do, even when it comes to AUDRA'S corner, there are challenges, but you face those challenges because of the passion you have for what you do. I know in writing the alternative development and this letter to our ancestors story must have been challenging for you. So tell me, how are you able to handle those challenges of yours?
Well, yeah, there are different challenges. For alternative development, there has been challenges because I made the book and I gave it out for free. I didn't sell the book, so there are a lot of people who couldn't have access to it, and then I think that was my fault. At least I would have sold it for something so like everyone can have an equal opportunity. There were challenges to having information. There were challenges when I was doing the research, especially for the tourism aspect. I went to the Ministry of Tourism, but I couldn't get the information I wanted, so I had to do a search for myself. I had to do a one-on-one interview with veterans. I had to do a one-on-one interview with aged people that have a great idea about tourism. And also when it comes to corruption too, I made a research on that. If you read the corruption aspect, you'll see it's one of the most interesting part in the book. And then I faced so many challenges, but for the letter to my ancestors, I don't think I faced that much challenge because I wrote the book in 2 weeks.
Wow.
I wrote the book in 2 weeks. Why the letter to my ancestors was that it's a short epistolary that actually describes the situation in Sierra Leone, the current situation in Sierra Leone. And I realized that in order for me to voice out, in order for me to address the current situation that happened in Sierra Leone, I can't just post everything on my page, but I need to give it out to my viewers. So therefore, that's what I decided. Okay. I decided to write a letter to my ancestor, which says that, of course, if you know the title, Letter to My Ancestor, it's a complaint. Okay. It's a book full of complaints. So there were not that much challenges for me.
Okay, so it's like you are blaming the present day leadership to your ancestors.
Yeah, it's like somehow
okay, because when I saw the letter to my ancestors on Facebook, I was like, okay, yes, this young man, they try for complain people. Okay, continue to stay with me, Hamza. The show you are with us, the AUDRA'S Corner talk show, and I told you earlier on, he's handsome but he's not searching. I have Hamza Koroma, the author for Alternative Development and Letter to My Ancestors. So we go for a short break. When we come back, we shall continue the conversation. Are you looking for a show that has everything? A show that is full of fun? A show that is full of energy? Well, look no more, because AUDRA'S Corner is here for you. Yes, AUDRA'S Corner is a platform where we give people to tell their stories and share with us their ideas, which you will be interested in knowing. In my corner, I discuss everything: sports, entertainment, innovation, entrepreneurship, and a lot more. So join me this Friday and every other Friday on YouTube at exactly 7 p.m. You missing, you miss out. Yeah, it's the AUDRA'S Corner talk show. Hello, welcome back. You are still with AUDRA'S Corner, and don't forget, AUDRA'S Corner is proudly brought to you by Limelight Studio, Pearl Hotel, and Lee's Beauty Touch. When it's Friday, I'm always smiling. Don't ask me why, because it's Friday with the juice, with the real deal, with everything. We're going for talking at the corner, because Friday is for everything. Friday is for chill, and Friday is to watch and AUDRA'S Corner. Yes, and I still have Hamza for selling. Now, I told you, when it comes to AUDRA'S Corner, we have a way of juicing things. So it's not Hamza, it's Ham or Zaza. Yes, Zaza. Yes.
Call me that.
So I have Zaza in the show with me today. Zaza, welcome back to AUDRA'S Corner.
All right.
Okay, so this segment is gonna be purely, we're gonna have some serious discussion with regard to your book and everything you do, but we're going to discuss a lot about personal stuff about Zaza. Okay. That's why I call it Teodon. It's Zaza.
No problem.
Yeah, Zaza. So tell me, you're looking good and you look fit. Do you have any kind of food you eat to look this more handsome and fit?
Well, I'm the kind of person that I have preference though. I eat anything that comes on my table. Yeah, like but my favorite food, of course. I love stew.
Oh wow.
I love stew. I'm not much of an eater, but I love chicken. I love meat, and a little bit of salad. That's how I maintain my diet.
Okay. Do you sing? I mean, are you a singer?
No, I don't sing, but I love music.
Okay, well, just sing one of your favorite music for me. If you don't know how to sing, don't tell me. I don't need a voice like.
Oh my God.
I just need something from you. As in, yes, you have a favorite song, so sing it for me.
I like my favorite song right now is Rose's song Tinini.
Well, Tinini, Tinini, yes. So do the Tinini for me, even if it's one verse. Yes.
I know Rose is gonna laugh to this one.
Of course.
Okay, I was like, baby, you know, so now you love to make your heart Tinini. See, I always grab on that one. I was not following that one.
How could you love a song and not know how to sing it?
The song is emotional, and the song is very touching because it came at the right time. And then why
is it that it came at the right time?
It came at the right time because of the time I actually met someone, and then Rose hit the song, and I was like, okay. By the time I told Rose, I was like, okay, I like the song, and it was playing, so there was a challenge for it. I think I made one challenge and I sent it to Rose, and then in the end of the part I coughed and like, Rose, no, I don't want this one. You make another one. So you see, but anyway, I love the song because of it led me somewhere. Okay,
tell me a little bit about your social life. Apart from the writing stuff, what do you do
for fun?
Yes, for fun.
Well, I like coming to the beach. I like coming to the beach alone, of course, because that's the time I have to meditate, and I also a lot of sitting alone. But for fun, I can say back then when there was no curfew, I normally go out at night, Friday nights, and you know, take a long time outside and then meet people, friends, have fun. But I don't spend my time much on socializing. I'm a person, I like being alone because that's the time I think a lot. These are just the 2 books, you know, but like I've written about 13 books, yet not yet published. Some of them are fictions, and some of them are non-fictions as well. So that's what I normally do. I like sitting and writing a lot.
Okay, so now you're going to look at this beautiful art of one of my graphic designers and make something out of it for AUDRA'S Corner. In a corner, we have, first of all, we have the AUDRA'S Corner logo here. We have AUDRA'S Corner. We have in a corner, she discusses everything. So you're a writer. You think out of the box. So think of something that will brighten up my evening. Yes.
So I'll look at this and say, AUDRA'S Corner is the aura of greatness, and the platform of excellence. And anyway, I'm out of words right now because looking at AUDRA'S Corner contains a lot.
Okay, I think you should think and do right about AUDRA'S Corner.
I'll do that this week. You'll see it on my page. Surely,
I'm waiting for that. Just in 1 minute. Yes. Say something to my viewers. I have so many viewers. Someone who will want to go into writing, or want to open a Facebook page that talks about people, profile people and all, and you being an idealist, so say something to them and see how best we can have some juice of tea before we go.
All right, okay, for those people that want to actually start writing is something that comes from your heart. Writing is something that comes from your heart. You need to be passionate about it, and then for the mere fact that you're profiling people, you need to have their consent. That's one. And two, you need to work with them, because most times people do have things that they don't want it out. So you need to be their keeper, and you need to observe what you want, because by the end of the time, it's not about them anymore. It's about you telling other people's story, and you telling other people's story, you're actually inspiring other people out there to do more. So go out, be your best, be passionate about what you're doing, and then always know that whatever you're doing, you're not only impacting yourself, but you're impacting the people around you, and that's what makes you a leader.
All right, thank you so much, Hamza, for Salon, but for the cause of AUDRA'S Corner, we do Zaza. Thank you so much, Zaza. He's the author of Alternative Development and Letter to My Ancestors. Tinini, tinini. It's so bad you don't know how to sing tinini, and you said that's one of your favorite songs. Well, all good things, they come to an end. When it comes to AUDRA'S Corner, I don't want to go actually, but I have to go and get ready for the next episode, because it's all about juice, it's all about the real deal, it's all about everything we discuss here, and you get to know everything about people you want to see, people you want to see on my flyer and see on the show. And so this is where we got the curtains down of AUDRA'S Corner this evening. It has been beautiful. Hamza, no sabia for singing me, that's a little secret, don't tell him. But it's been fun, and I really appreciate him coming here. It's a pleasure, and I'm honored. Thank you so much to the rest of the AUDRA'S Corner team, to my producers. I see you. Thank you so much. You guys are the real deal. To my script editor, to my camera operators, to my makeup artists. Listen, I'm always looking beautiful, modern, working the beautiful, and it's because of Lee's Beauty Touch. Thank you so much. This makeup is sponsored by Aisha, and thank you so much, girl. I see you. Thank you so much to Pearl Hotel. Pearl Hotel is the place to be. I tell you, every Friday after AUDRA'S Corner, I relax na mi corner, the chill na Pearl Hotel corner. Anyways, I'm not a rapper, but thank you so much to Pearl Hotel. Thank you so much to Limelight Studio. To meet again next week with another episode of the AUDRA'S Corner talk show. I have been your beautiful, wonderful, charming host. I am Audra Nyambesano. Good night, good evening, bye bye. Are you looking for a show that has everything? A show that is full of fun? A show that is full of energy? Well, look no more, because AUDRA'S Corner is here for you. Yes, AUDRA'S Corner is a platform where we give people to tell their stories and share with us their ideas, which you will be interested in knowing. In my corner, I discuss everything: sports, entertainment, innovation, entrepreneurship, and a lot more. So join me this Friday and every other Friday on YouTube at exactly 7 p.m. You missing, you miss out. Yeah, it's the AUDRA'S Corner talk show.